Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a fall makeup tutorial. So I finally had time to create this makeup look for you guys, and I have been wanting to do this ombre look. So I thought I would incorporate it in my fall makeup look. And I have used a matte lip from Gerard Cosmetics. I have on 2 different shades to create this ombre look, and I really like how it turned out. I used my Z palette to create the eyeshadow look today. For today's look, I wanted it to be more about the lips than about the eyes. I wanted them to complement my bold lip and not be too dramatic. It's a little dramatic, but I tried to make it a little more subtle, and I also kind of toned it down with my lashes. I'm wearing the Ardell Wispies. So for today's video, you're going to see me incorporate new products. I'm wearing a new foundation and powder today, but I'm also going to bring back some oldies but goodies, even products that I have not used for quite some time. I hope that you guys like this fall look and how it turned out. I really am loving it. Yeah, like I'm feeling myself a little bit, just a little bit. I really just love how this look turned out. I think it's perfect for fall. I think it would be great for like a date night or a girls' night out or something like that. Not necessarily a daytime look, but perfect for a night out on the town, or just if you just want to feel yourself. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me again for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, please make sure that you click that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. So without further delay, let's just go ahead and jump right into today's video. Okay guys, I'm wearing my whitening trays for just a little bit. At some point during this tutorial, I will remove them. But right now, I'm whitening. And I'm going to do things out of order. At least it's out of order for me, and I'm going to start with my eyes today. So to start off this eyeshadow look, I'm going to use my favorite eyeshadow primer by Decay. This is the Anti-Aging Primer Potion. And then I'm going to go in with my Z palette. For my transition shades, I'm mixing 2 shades. The first one is I Owe You by ColourPop, and that one is Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek. And I'm going to use this Morphe 441 blending brush. I chose these 2 shades just so that this area could be a little bit lighter and brighter before adding my next transition shade. I'm going to add the shade Fawn by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a neutral brown, and I'm going to add that to my crease / transition area. After using my same Morphe 441 brush, now I'm going to continue to blend using this Sigma E40 brush. This is one of my favorite blending brushes. And now I'm also going to use this same brush to apply my next shade. This is the shade Poodle, and it may look pink in the pan, but it goes on to my skin a little bit deeper in color, and I'm going to apply that as my crease color. I'm going back to the Morphe 441 brush to blend out any harsh lines, and then I'm going in with this other pink shade. This one is called Stay Golden, which is a strange name, and it's made by ColourPop. And I'm using this new brush to my collection. This is the E32 brush by Sigma. It's a precise blending brush, and I really liked it for placing this product and getting it to be more pigmented. Now I'm going in with Cherry Cola, and this is by Makeup Geek. And I actually decided to skip and go to the Americano shade, which is a little bit deeper shade and gave me a little bit better payoff. The Cherry Cola was looking a little bit too similar to the previous shades that I had applied. Using the Morphe M507 brush, I'm going to blend out that crease area. This is a smaller, more precise blending brush, and I just like to use it to kind of define the crease and soften the edges. And then I'm going in again with that 441 brush to soften the edges even further. And then I'm going back to this Sigma E32 brush to define the crease even more. And you're going to see me continue to go back and forth between the brushes as well as the shadows to get the desired color payoff. The next shadow is called Cupcake, and it is by Makeup Geek, and I'm applying that on my lid as a base for my shimmer shadow that is coming up next. And I'm just going back in and blending everything out again with that Sigma blending brush. I'm going to use my Sephora eyeshadow brush to apply this shadow called Grandstand to my lid. You guys have seen me use Grandstand quite a bit. It is a beautiful shimmer shade, and it just complements any matte eyeshadow that I use. It has not failed me yet. And I forgot to mention, Grandstand is a shadow by Makeup Geek, and I'm using that smaller blending brush just to eliminate any harsh lines. Instead of using liner today, I wanted to use an eyeshadow to line my lid. So this is the shadow Corrupt
by Makeup Geek, and I'm just lining the lid, and then I'm going to smudge everything out because I wanted this soft smoky eye instead of having that harsher, more intense liner on my lid. So throughout this process, I've used a smudger brush by Sigma, as well as a small crease brush by Morphe and an angled liner brush by Smith Cosmetics. You just make sure that you're using some type of small brush to just smudge everything out, and you can't go wrong with that. And here you're going to see me use various brushes, both blending as well as smudgers and crease brushes, just to smudge everything out to get that softened smoky eye that I'm looking for. And I also decided to go back in and add a little bit more Grandstand. And now we're going to move on to my lash line, and I'm just applying some of the various shades to my lash line, and I'm deepening that outer lash line area with more of the Corrupt shade. And finally, I'm continuing to blend everything out to get rid of harsh lines, and I'm going to clean everything up using this makeup wipe just to sharpen that line there, as well as remove any fallout that I have on my face.
Time to take these out.
So again, wanted to intensify that Grandstand shade, so I'm going back in with this Smith 253 brush just to add a little bit more to my lid. Blending everything out with a small blending brush.
I'm going to use my Dip Brow by Anastasia. This one is in the shade Ebony. I'm going to use these Sephora lashes or the Wispies by Ardell. Not sure. But one of these. And I'll be back. I have on the Ardell Wispies. That's the lashes I used. And you guys know it was a fight because of my new grown lashes that are just as curly as my curly hair. So they are not meant for applying lashes. So it was a little bit of a fight. So I'm going to use my Smashbox, using my Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara on my top lashes.
So I'm going back in, and this won't be the last time, to re-intensify that lash line with some of those same shadows that I used on the upper lid. Now it's time for foundation. I'm going to start off by using my Smashbox Primer Water.
I'm going to put on my Glam Glow. I meant to put that on first.
As you already know, the Glam Glow just gives you a beautiful radiant base before foundation. So now I'm going in with this new primer by Becca. It's the Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base. So it's hard to tell because it was out of focus, but this primer has more of a liquidy, runny consistency, but it does go onto the skin very nice and light, and my foundation has been wearing pretty well with it. I'll continue to use it and give you guys updates on how I like it. So the foundation I'm using today is this one by Chanel. It's called the Perfection Lumiere Velvet, I believe. And let me first tell you guys before you point it out, it is not a good color match for me. It is really light, and I am in the darkest shade. I'm actually not in the darkest shade. I'm wearing the darkest shade. I'm applying it with this beauty blender, and this is a light to medium coverage foundation. I noticed after filming that I could have built the foundation up a little bit in the areas where I had recent breakouts, but let me tell you guys, this foundation feels like there's nothing on your skin. So I hope that Chanel will come out with some darker shades, because I honestly had to manipulate this foundation to get the shade to match. So first I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. I think this is in the shade Tan. I'm going to highlight with this. And after I do my contour as well as bronzer, the foundation is going to darken up a little bit. So just bear with me, hang in there with me, guys. Despite the fact that the color match is off a little bit, I'm still so happy that I bought this foundation. It is wonderful. Now I'm going in with the Chanel powder. It's in the shade 40, and as you can tell, it's a tinted powder, and it is also lovely. It just blurs everything and just makes your foundation look so perfect. So I'm lining my waterline with this It Cosmetics liner, and I'm also using my Giga Lash extended, whatever it's called, by MAC Cosmetics to hit those lower lashes. And again, to make sure that that lash line hasn't gotten lost, I'm touching it up. And this is, I think, a flat definer brush by Sigma. I'm highlighting the inner tear duct with the Makeup Geek shadow in the spotlight. I'm using the Tarte Makeup Shayla Contour Palette to contour my face. I really like this palette. I use it so much. It just is such a quick and easy way to contour your face, and you can really create a complete makeup look using this palette. If you guys are interested in seeing something like that, leave me that information in the comments area, and I'll make sure to give you guys a makeup toot using that palette. So I'm continuing to contour. I'm just grabbing a regular eyeshadow brush and I'm contouring my nose with that lighter contour shade. That was the same contour shade that I used when I contoured my face just a moment ago. And now I just located my contour brush. This one is a Cover FX contour brush, and I'm just using that lighter, I think it's a color correcting shade in the palette, and I'm just using that to kind of highlight areas or define my contour. And I'm continuing to contour with that same lighter contour shade. I'm going back to this oldie but goodie. This is the Guerlain Terracotta No. 7 bronzer. I'm applying it with this angled blush brush by Sephora. And I'm going back in with the deeper contour shade just to darken everything up to get it like I like it. And I like to go back in with this color correcting shade from the palette and just apply it in my under eye area. It just helps to get rid of any dark circles that I may have. And you know what I like to do? I like to use my It Cosmetics buffing brush to just soften any harsh lines that I have and buff everything out. So I decided to go back to my Jaclyn Hill palette by Becca, and I'm going to use that middle blush shade to apply to my cheek. And I also decided to add on my Gerard Cosmetics Lucy. This is sort of a highlighter slash blush, and it just adds a little bit of shimmer to that cheek area. Using the same palette, I'm going to highlight using the Champagne Pop as well as the Prosecco Pop, and I'm using my same Sigma strobing fan to apply the highlight. And you guys know forever I use this palette as my highlighter as well as my blush. I wore it out. So I'm just using my beauty blender as well as this Real Techniques brush to just blend that highlighter in to make it look a little bit more natural. I'm lining my lips with my MAC Cosmetics Chestnut Lip Liner, and I'm really just using it to help prevent this red lipstick from running. It's really not necessary, so you could actually skip this step if you like.
So we're going to do two lippies today. We're doing Ruby Slipper by Gerard Cosmetics. I'm going to do an ombre lip. Now we're going to go with this red.
The red lipstick is also by Gerard Cosmetics, and it is called Immortal, and I love this lip combination. I love it. And here I'm just going to touch up my lip liner. This is Chestnut again, just to give me that perfect lip shape. I'm going to touch up my Cupid's bow, and I'm setting my face with this Kat Von D setting spray, and this completes the look. So thank you all for watching. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in the next one. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy, signing out.